Let's talk about perfection and how you can find perfection in imperfection. Yeah, pretty cool. Because, who's to say what's perfect? That's what we're going to talk about in this video today. If you're new to my channel, I'm Linda Armstrong. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual awakening coach. And what I do is I help people to clear subconscious programming that is keeping them, holding them back, having you feel stuck, not able to step into your full potential to manifest a life that you love. And that's my website, lovemylife.coach. So let's talk today about this whole thing about perfection. I smile big when I talk about this because, wow, I used to be so guilty of always pushing myself to be perfect. But really perfect in whose eyes? Was I really trying to be perfect within my own eyes or within the eyes I perceived to be outside of me? I would have to say it was more of the outside influences that were dictating to me as to what perfect might be, or that was compelling me to have to be perfect. But really, I have to say it's going to be really hard to find that perfection when you're doing it through that heavy energy of pushing, of trying, of I don't mean you don't push yourself. It's just the energy behind it. Are you inspired to do better? You're inspired like, wow, that was pretty good, but I know I can get more from it. I know I can do it better. I know I can make it greater. I know really with thinking about how it will be perceived to the others outside of you because you want them to feel the fullness of this energy that motivated you to create whatever that is, product, whatever it is in your life, right? But that's a little different because that's coming from this being driven and just from this higher energy of love, a high vibration, excitement, appreciation, joy, gratitude. Or you could be pushing yourself so hard to be better because nothing you ever do is good enough. Oh, well, that's a whole different energy, right? You can feel it just in the words that I say. And maybe this is because of patterns and programs you've picked up from family members, society, people that you looked up to, that you perceived to be pushing in a certain way of having to be perfect, or even maybe from not feeling accepted, or from being holding old wounds of having been made fun of because you didn't do it the way someone else thought whatever this is should be done. I hope you're following me here because I'm kind of saying it in more of an abstract way. But ultimately, you want to find your own way of being perfect. So if you're doing something and you think, you're becoming really hard on yourself that I'm not doing this right, or boy, I know I could do better, all that mental chatter that goes on that is coming from basically somewhere else when someone made you feel like you weren't enough, right? You don't want to come from that energy of feeling like you're not enough. So what I'm hoping to get across in this video, see if it happens, is to find your perfect, okay? So say you're doing something and it just keeps coming out not to your specific liking. Well, consider maybe that there's a purpose to that possibly it's because for it to be the best it can be, you want to come from what's driving that, okay? So what I'm saying is you want to look for the perfection in the imperfection. So maybe as you're doing this, you discover, why am I pushing myself so hard to make it be that way? I think it would really feel pretty cool if I would just allow myself to do what flows naturally, right? To just go with my way of doing it. And this gets back to a message I get from my guides all the time. There's no right way. To find your own way and to keep it simple. So when we start getting in all that mind chatter of how we're really being hard on ourselves as if this is not good enough, this is not right, that that's going to really stifle your true gifts, right? You want to be able to, like in the first example I gave earlier of being inspired to push yourself, right? From this inspired high vibration energy, this creative flow that just wants to come through you. If it's not coming through you and flowing, then probably you're pushing too hard. Probably you're getting into thinking that what you're doing is not good enough, that you're not good enough. So we want to clear all of that, right? So first, before I even continue with this, I'm being told to just see if you want me to download you with the creator's perspective of perfection. So if you would like that download, I'm just going to download that energy to you, this perspective of the creator. It's not mine. It's just going to flow through me. I don't even know what it's going to be, right? It's just an energy download of creator's definition of perspective of perfect. Creator's perspective. I'm already getting woozy in the energy because when it starts flowing, it's almost like I get high. So so if you would like me to download you with this, you need to say yes. So would you like to know what it feels like to walk through your day-to-day life knowing what perfection is for you? Knowing that you can find your way, the way that feels right for you, to guide you in all of your creations throughout life. Yeah, let's download that. But they're telling me that I forgot to download you with the creator's perspective and definition of perfection. So let's do that right now. If you would like that, I'm going to download it to you right now. Just say yes. And I'm just going to let that energy flow. The creator's perspective, definition of perfection. Yeah. Okay. All right. So if more downloads want to come, they'll just pop in as I'm talking. But really, we're all unique. Like we're all, yeah, this is what I'm hearing. We're all children of the divine creator, whatever you want to call that, of God. So, and you were created in this perfection of God, of the creator. So everything you need is within you, right? You always want to come back to what is you, what is within you, and not have to maybe pick up all that stuff outside of there that doesn't feel like it belongs within you. So if it doesn't feel good, it doesn't belong, okay? Plain and simple. If it brings you down, if it brings your energy down, then it's not for your highest good. So it would be more to your highest good if you were to look at whatever this thing is you're doing that you think is not good enough, and look and see what if we can shake the magic 8 ball and have an answer come to us, like what would be my gift within the way I just did that I'm judging so harshly? What is it about that maybe is unique to me and that I can express it in a way that actually lifts me up and gets me into that flow where that creativity comes, and then I'm being motivated by this higher energy to find what feels right to me. So that's key right there. If it feels right and you feel inspired, you cannot do wrong. You can't do wrong. And you can always build on something later on. Instead of knocking yourself down and thinking that wasn't good enough, own it. Go with it. Present it. Flow with it. And you may just find that you're really surprised at how others actually perceive that. Because anything that we put our heart and soul into from this higher energy is always going to be well received. The things that we put our heart and soul and mind into from this heavier energy of having to do it right, having to prove myself, constant self-judgment over the product or the result or whatever this is that you're deciding that you're not, that is imperfect. Yeah, look to that. Find your gift within it, because we all have gifts. And so I would say, especially if it's something that seems to be a reoccurring theme for you, you really want to take a look at that, because there's a part of you, it's like this inner child part of you is saying, wait, look at me. We can do it this way. I know you don't think it works right now, but you can find a creative approach to make what flows naturally from you be right for you. I don't know if this video makes any sense. I'm hoping that it does. But so comment below if you have ever found perfection in your own imperfection. Okay. Now, I know I have, because I finally relaxed and allowed myself to just be me, like especially with my healing work. I've taken all these courses, I've been certified in all these different modalities. And it wasn't until, I don't know, a couple of years ago, where I decided, maybe within 2 years, not even that long ago, where I decided to find my way with it. So now when I do my healing sessions, my coaching sessions, it's a blend of everything. I just go where I'm guided. Like once I calmed down about having to be perfect or do it right or whatever that might be, actually I opened that channel to the inspiration, so that I get the messages and I'm told, do a little of this, do a little bit of that. It kind of just blends together, and always the outcome is perfect. See, that's the thing. When you open up to allow the divine inspiration that wants to come through without judging yourself, because I know when I was judging myself, I was really hindering myself. And I can look at it now and be like, wow, gosh, you're so hard on yourself, And now, when I find myself, because it's a pattern, right? You can return back to that. But the thing is, once you start shedding those layers of this old programming, you can start to see for yourself, oh, hold on now, I'm stepping backwards here into that old way of being. And I don't want to take 3 months to figure it out. I want to figure it out right now. I'm going to stop that and open to what really wants to flow. Soften my energy, let the inspiration come, and it will just come, because now it just surprises me what comes to me during sessions. And I'm like, okay, sometimes it would come and I think, these people are going to think I'm crazy, but I just know to go with it, and it's always the right thing. So I guess the message here is, stop being so hard on yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Find your way to let your light shine, the energy of who you are, this energy that is connected to the divine, that is all of us. Like letting that energy flow into your work, into the different things you do, whatever it is, however you're expressing yourself. Get into that flow and that rhythm without judging yourself, without making yourself feel like it's not good enough, it's not perfect yet, gotta keep going till I get it perfect. Well, if it's a hard energy like that, or it's like, yeah, maybe I could try another way. This feels really good, but oh, I just got this great idea. I can add to it. All right, let me try it. Like a whole different excitement energy. So, all right, this is going on too long. If you understood a word I said, please comment below. Yeah, I got it. And maybe even comment on times when you caught yourself and you soften that energy, and when it's almost like giving it up and then having something come in that is just right, that just solves the whole situation, that makes that product so much better, that you can see the outcome was perfect once you decided to stop judging yourself. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say. I would love you to subscribe to my channel. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And don't forget to pick up my free meditation below to clear subconscious programming that's going on. It's really cool, very fun and enjoyable. and there'll be a link down below for you. So for now, that'll be all for this video, and I wish you peace, love, and joy in your life, and to be in the flow, to let inspiration come in the most perfect way for you, without judgment.